The biggest question we have this year is, will Disney take over the DC universe in 2025? Join us as we dive into the wild speculation and try to predict if Disney will really take over the DC universe by the end of 2025.
Disney taking over the DC universe in 2025? It sounds like stuff of fan fiction, but it isn't really that far-fetched. With the Disney behemoth continuing to expand its reach across the entertainment industry, it's not hard to imagine them setting their sights on the iconic DC brand. As fans, we're left wondering what this would mean for our beloved superheroes and the stories we love. Plus, maybe Disney might be in the market for a couple of old YouTubers talking about comics.
We're here, Disney. Reach out anytime, collectorsconfessions@gmail.com. We would love to help you push this. The DC Universe, honestly, is no stranger to struggle. Despite having some of the most recognizable characters in the world, they've faced stiff competition from Marvel in recent years. The Marvel Cinematic Universe has been a juggernaut, no pun intended, leaving DC's own cinematic efforts in the dust. Let's be honest, the Marvel movies are way better than DC movies. They have been for quite a while. The DC Extended Universe has had its fair share of missteps, from the critically panned Batman vs. Superman to the lackluster Justice League. Could have been The Flash could have been so much better. All of this has led to a sense of uncertainty surrounding the future of the DC Cinematic Universe.
One thing is clear. The DC brand is in need of a shakeup. With Warner Brothers struggling to find its footing, it's not hard to imagine Disney swooping in to capitalize on the opportunity.
They have the money.
After all, Disney has a proven track record of taking struggling franchises and turning them into gold. Let's not forget that before the first Spider-Man movie was released in 2001? In 2001, Marvel had declared bankruptcy.
They had.
Mm-hmm. I declare bankruptcy!
Mm-hmm. Just look at what they've done with both Marvel and Star Wars. We can't kid ourselves. Star Wars was kind of struggling before Disney came in.
And now they're a juggernaut like they were before.
Mm-hmm.
But despite the potential benefits, there are still many questions surrounding what a Disney takeover would mean for the DC universe. Would they try to integrate the characters into the Marvel Cinematic Universe, or would they try to keep them separate in their own universe?
They couldn't mix them.
They could.
Wouldn't be a good idea.
But who knows?
Crowd up the Marvel Universe like that.
You would have to call some from each side. If you were doing it, you really would have to.
Mm-hmm.
You couldn't. I mean, we're looking at it in this video. We're really looking at it more from a cinematic view. But what would happen with the comic books? Who knows?
Well, maybe they could make three companies. They could have DC Comics, Marvel Comics, and Amalgam Comics.
But really, how would they handle the complex relationship between characters like Superman, Batman, and Wonder Woman, and possibly incorporate Spider-Man or Wolverine into that? And what would happen to the beloved DC comic universe, which has been a staple in industry for decades? Would that go away? Would it be absorbed by Marvel?
You know, it's funny when you say the beloved DC universe. It has been in turmoil lately.
It has.
They keep changing it over and over again. With endless reboots and restarts and crisis events and stuff. Disney's acquisition strategies have been well documented in recent years. They've snatched up major brands like Star Wars, Marvel, 20th Century Fox, and have shown no sign of slowing down. But what does this mean for the DC brand? Would they try to assimilate it into their existing structure, or would they allow it to operate independently?
One thing is clear. Disney has a deep understanding of how to cultivate and nurture beloved brands. They've done it with Marvel, and they've done it fantastically with Star Wars. If anyone can turn the DC universe around, it's definitely Disney. But what would that mean for the characters and storylines we love? Would they remain intact, or would they just be subject of Disney's whims?
If Disney were to take over the DC universe, the possibilities are endless. We could see a revitalized Superman franchise with a focus on the character's core values of truth, justice, and the American way. We could see a darker, grittier Batman with a focus out of the character's detective skills and troubled past. And we could see a reimagined Justice League with a focus on teamwork and camaraderie.
I honestly thought of Disney taking over the DC universe is both a good thing and a terrifying thing for me. On one hand, it's hard to deny the potential benefits of having a well-oiled machine like Disney behind the wheel. On the other hand, it's hard to shake the feeling that Disney would somehow Disneyfy the DC brand, watering it down, its edginess and complexity, which has really been on the rise in the last couple of years. The Absolute Universe would probably go away if Disney took over.
One of the most interesting, just what you just said, just made me think, what would happen to all the Vertigo characters? You know, what happens to Sandman? What happens? What happens to Constantine? What happens to Swamp Thing?
They go away, I would think.
I don't know.
But on the other hand, think about a possibility of having DC characters in Disney parks. A DC ride. Yeah. I know that right now they have an agreement with Great Adventure. Yeah. So that agreement would have to run out. But the same thing is happening with Marvel. They're waiting for the Marvel agreement with Universal Studios to run out so they can create more characters in the Disney parks.
Right.
Disney knows what they're doing. The reason why they bought Star Wars and Marvel is because they had cornered the market for girl products. Yeah. Princesses ruled at Disney. They needed something to get the boys to want to go to the parks, to get the merchandise for the boys to buy. They bought two of the biggest properties, Marvel and Star Wars. Is it a possibility that DC could be the next thing, the next jewel in the crown? It could happen for sure. Yeah.
In the end, whether or not Disney takes over the DC universe remains to be seen. But one thing's clear. The potential implications are massive and could change the face of the entertainment industry forever.
Forever. Imagine a world where Superman and Wolverine could team up regularly. Wolverine could be a member of the Justice League. So what do you think?
I don't see it.
Do you think this could happen? Do you think it would be a good thing or a bad thing for Disney to buy DC? Let us know. Put it in the comments. Thanks for joining us on this wild speculation ride. It's like being in a Disney park. Share your thoughts in the comments. Come on, we really want to hear from you guys. What do you think? Yeah. Do you think Disney should take over DC Universe?
Let's see that fire.
Or do you think it's a recipe for disaster? And if you want to explore more speculation and analysis on the world of comics and superheroes, make sure you like this video, subscribe, share it with a friend. Thanks for watching. Love what you collect.
Collect what you love.
We'll see you next time.